Pittsburgh Steelers football, baby. AFC North football. Week 12 football in the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Baltimore Ravens. And goddamn it, I don't understand why the hell this game cannot have a solidified date to be played. Why the hell are we having Wednesday afternoon football? In what world does that happen? I don't even think you could schedule that in Madden. Whatever the case may be, we're playing against the Baltimore Ravens tomorrow afternoon at 3:40 Eastern Standard Time, 12:40 on the West Coast. Find yourself in the middle of your lunch break. Guess what? Pittsburgh Steelers football fixing to start on a goddamn Wednesday. I don't understand why this game keeps getting pushed back like Stephen A. Smith's hairline. This is ridiculous. I don't understand it, but here we are, okay? Because everybody on the Baltimore Ravens side, they just so happen to go out there and catch themselves a little bit of COVID, all right? Somebody was extremely negligent with their job. They happened to walk up into the locker room, and now everybody got to suffer the consequences. However, there are a few people who will be activated, all right? J.K. Dobbins, he's activated now. Mark Ingram, he's going to be activated now, at least for tomorrow. So we got to worry and game plan about those individuals. However, the one key person who could not afford to be lost for the Baltimore Ravens just so happened to find himself on that bench, or I should say on his couch, watching from quarantine, that being the reigning, defending, undisputed, unanimous MVP, Lamar Jackson. So, guess who's going to be starting quarterback? That's going to be Robert Griffin III. But remember the last time we went one-on-one with RG3? He started for the Baltimore Ravens back in 2019 on the final game of the season, and he hung us an L. I don't care if he only threw for 95 yards, or 96 yards, pardon me. I don't care if he threw an interception and no TDs. He was the starting quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens when they defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers. Everybody on defense, I'm pretty sure you remember that game last year. So, we need to go out there and take care of business. Now, granted, they are ravaged by COVID. They got about 8 starters who's out, about 6 reigning Pro Bowlers who's going to be out. But as far as I'm concerned, that is a professional football team that's lining up on the doggone field. So we've got to take care of business. They're coming in at 6-4. We are 10-0. We have an opportunity to make sure they have no chance of winning the North. More importantly, we can bury them in the sand when it comes to possibly contending for the postseason. Granted, there will be 5 more remaining weeks of football left to be played. But the bottom line is this. If we put them at 6-5, it's going to be quite the arduous task for them to qualify for a wild card, knowing Lamar probably not going to be available for their next game regardless. So, it's still a rivalry built on respect. It's still a rivalry of attrition in this AFC North. But anytime you have an opportunity to stick it to the Baltimore Ravens, we've got to take it and impose our will. Now, on our side, when it comes to COVID, we did lose a big piece of our offense with James Conner now having to get well. The one person on our squad who could not afford to get COVID because of his condition was James Conner. So we are all sending our hopes and prayers, or our well wishes and prayers to you. We are sending our hands into the air as if we're powering Goku's spirit bomb, making sure that you can beat COVID, all right? Because damn it, you beat cancer, you can beat COVID, and we're going to go out there just for you and beat the Baltimore Ravens. All right, they are number 3 in the division because the first time in quite some time, the Cleveland Browns are 8-3. They solidified themselves a non-losing season. Does anybody in America care? Absolutely not. But we ain't talking about Cleveland right now. So when we go out there against Robert Griffin III and the Baltimore Ravens, no matter who the hell lines up, we better go out there and impose our will. All right, because evidently after this weekend, everybody's talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody saying, whoa, watch out, man. We got to send the Chiefs to the AFC Championship, send them to the Super Bowl. Wait a minute. Last I checked, we are undefeated. Channeling my inner Bianca Belair. The way I see it is we got to go out there and impose our will and put the entire league on notice. We are underrated as an undefeated team. In what world does that happen? Only in the Pittsburgh Steelers world. We have been denied this entire season, robbed of our bye week, robbed of a Thanksgiving game, and here we are, another opportunity, being robbed of our respect because the Kansas City Chiefs only have 1 loss on their doggone record. So as far as I'm concerned, we better take that as disrespect. We weren't the guilty party that continually had this game pushed back, regardless of the fact that it's for our own safety, because, you know, they got themselves a little bit of an outbreak. If we played against them on Thursday night on Thanksgiving Day, we would have messed around and had the same sort of COVID outbreak that they would have. So technically, all this pushback is a slight blessing in disguise. The only downside is we got to go and see Washington on a very short week, but we ain't talking about that right now. We'll get to that when we get there, all right? But the bottom line is this. We got to take care of business, beat the damn Ravens flock, and then get a little bit of rest. Go play the football team, get a little bit of rest, and we'll move on to week 14. But we're going to get there when we get there. We got to take care of week 12. Everybody get your hands up in here. Steelers on 3, win on 6. 1, 2, 3, Steelers. 4, 5, 6, win. Let's get this W. We're going to close out Thursday afternoon football. We're going to move on to week 13. We're going to take care of business, but we're going one game at a time. Get the job done tomorrow afternoon, gentlemen. Get the doggone job done.